What is happening, adventurers? And welcome back. My name is GM Dave, and I am your host for Roleplay Games, a variety Twitch channel that has a focus on fitness-related content, video games, and of course, TTRPGs. As you can probably tell,
now I want to do the combat.
Oh,
I'm prepared.
Fitness combat. Yes. Oh wow, I know it's been a while.
We used to do that.
It's been about what? I think 2 months since we last had any sort of shenanigans.
Yeah. What was my character's name again?
I don't freaking know. I've been trying to figure out who your character is.
I think you're Adita.
Oh yeah, you're Adita. Which means that I'm Theodora.
I'm clearly Ceres.
Yes, you're definitely Ceres. So I guess that means that Gumby, you're Skiz? You're the rat,
Skiz.
right?
I'm the rat, yes.
Okay, cool.
Skiz.
Glad we're all on the same page.
That's right. Skiz is a character.
Another chapter for your book, Dave.
Wow, as you can tell, it has been quite some time since we all last gathered here and since we last played our game. And I'm so happy to be back. We're going to come back more with some role-playing games, not just Arcanus, the game that you all know and love, but we're going to also feature some other TTRPGs too, because there's a lot of TTRPGs out there, right guys?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so before we begin, let's do a little bit of reintroducing because it's been a minute. So, all of you know, I am the GM, Dave, and I am going to be running the shenanigans that is going to ensue because shenanigans is the best word to describe what is going to be happening here today, most likely, probably, and I'm not ready for this, but you know what? Hey, let's go! Ha ha! But first, let me start to our right. Hey, you person, introduce yourself to my right.
Oh, crap! That's all of us. So hi. I'm Heidi, and I operate under Principles of Chaos, and I don't remember which character we play on which day of the week, but I know my rolls suck.
Okay, thank you for your honesty. It is most appreciated.
I think that's just a roll 20 thing.
That is all I can do.
All right, further to the right, right middle.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's me. Hey, name's Mars. Yeah, I don't really have that much going on right now except for work and trying to plan a new campaign for my home table. But yes, Nico, that's what I play. I play Nico.
Nico, yes.
There's one thing to say about Nico.
His guns just get bigger and bigger.
Yep.
All
He
right.
did get a very big gun
Are
recently.
you compensating for something like your rolls?
Because of Roll20, I have to.
Oh, is that what it is?
Roll 20 is, roll 20 is going to roll 20. And
you know what? Before we get too far, like Saint Armor, God bless us, keep us, and protect our dice from all of the ones.
Now let's go all the way to the furthest right. All the way over there. Fortuna.
Hey guys, I'm Kez. I play Fortuna.
We know our rights from our lefts, folks.
Yep.
Okay,
Listen,
we don't.
we go far enough
Yes.
right, we're eventually going to hit left.
Mm-hmm.
I play Fortuna, who is our cardcaster circus woman, as I have my cards right here. Let's see, we got the Wheel of Fortune today. That could be very good or very bad.
What?
Who knows?
Yes, we're doing our thing.
Yes, we are doing our thing.
Shura.
Yep.
You all right there, Shura?
I'm good.
It's because we're doing our thing.
Yes, our thing indeed. By the way, it's your turn, Shura. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, I am Shadow Shara, and I play Theodora. I was like, wait, what is my character's name?
Oh man, we should have probably did a little bit more prep just to remember, our characters at least. But all right, so we have our cast of characters reintroduced. Adita the Ranger, Nico the Holy Champion, Fortuna the Card Person, and Theodora the Cleric.
Fortuna yells in people's heads.
The brain
She
screamer,
does yell in people's heads. That's just kind
the
of what she
circus
does.
hoe.
Okay, so a couple quick things. As we mentioned before, we're going to try to get back and have a retro regular schedule on this channel between Arcanus, the World of Shattered Empires, the Burnished Band. We're also going to do some other TTRPGs, as well as keep GM Talks alive and running. Because, quite frankly, GM Talks is one of my favorite things lately. And I think more people should do that. Give advice to the young folks who want to play more and more of TTRPGs in general. Next, the other thing I want to say that's actually very important and contradict this. Hi, how you doing? Hope you're doing all right. Remember, we are in the month of June. It is Pride Month. And anyone who comes to this stream, comes to this channel, I just want you to know this is a safe place for you. You will not be judged. All are welcome here because we ain't got nothing but love on this stream. So thank you for coming today. And if that is not your jam, you know what? That's okay. You can go ahead and just hit the X right above the window because this is an awesome place where we love everyone. Right, guys?
Except
Yes.
roll 20.
Roll 20 does not like anybody.
To be fair.
Wait. Does this mean we get to roll for F-bombs?
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember this is a PG-13 stream and everyone gets to roll for the F-bomb. Because in PG-13 there is always one F-bomb and the winner is Nico. But that's
With
Don't-
the phone calls I had today.
don't worry, Nico. Chances are Theodora's gonna steal it from you.
I've been doing my best.
All right, so who wants to take bets to when Shura steals the F-bomb?
30 minutes.
All right.
I'm going to go with the first time Adita goes down. Ooh, Mocha Jones saying 20 minutes.
Okay.
All right. We'll take that. Let's see what we got.
All right, Buck Jones, 20 minutes. All right. So the cast is here. The scene is sort of set. Let's go ahead and begin tonight's adventure in Arcanus, the World of Shattered Empires, with the Burnished Band.
Ooh.
The rise and fall of empires drives Arcanus. Their petty dramas played out against the backdrop of civilizations. Peaceable halflings, Insector de Sori and Ilhuan, they were all of them wiped out by the unstoppable force of reptilian Sethragor, whose magic twisted the elemental lords to forge the Elori. Elf-like children of nature, enslaved by Sethragoran might, abused by their cruel creators, the Elori revolted. They carved out a time of peace and order on Onara, a time when gods walked the earth. But peace is not the story of Arcanus. Ancient ships brought the humans to Onara. They slew the Elori gods, all but one. The human kingdoms rose and fell, and a dark human power grew in a mandragore. The sorcerer king who drew magic and power to him with unnatural might. In his arrogance, a curse was laid. The infernal hordes spewed forth across the world, crushing human, dwarf, and Elori in their wake. Rising to meet them, a last alliance of humanity, the Koryani Empire, forged in a time of legend. But the age of legends is long past, and the Koryani Empire is fading. The Elori of the Vast would return. The Sorcerer King, maybe Mandragore, sends black ships to capture all with arcane potential. Sethragor gathers power in dark machinations, and the human nations point swords at one another. Now, the mortal future is at stake. Heroes must choose the greatest good as often as the lesser of two evils. Arcanis, the world of shattered empires.
Where we last left our heroes several months ago for us, but maybe just a few minutes in their time. And as your GM, I would like to apologize to my audience for this is the time where usually I have music playing in the background for your ambiance. However, Stream Deck is deciding not to work with me today. Don't worry, Stream Deck. You will pay for your transgression. Anyhow.
And I thought I was scary.
Anyhow. Last time, our heroes returned back from their venture to Solanas Moor, which took them to the city of Ventaka in Kenseri, where they escorted the master dwarf blacksmith Alabak. They convinced him that perhaps it was not a good idea to become an undead because the dwarven mission in life is to seek out the perfect item, thus breaking the curse that has befallen all dwarves, with the chance and with the hope that they can once again become celestial giants. But even though given the gift of unlife has many benefits and perks, one of them, unfortunately, is losing one's creativity. And to this, Alabek eventually refused and listened to our hero's plea. They left Ventaka, they left Kenseri, back to Solanas Moor, where they ventured with their traveling companion and contractor, because adventurers got to get paid. Adventurers got to eat. So they made their way back to the great city that is called Sweet Savona. Upon arriving back in Sweet Savona, our heroes are once again greeted with the great scented air that the city permeates through incense, which, coincidentally, if you are an Allori, you are unfortunately allergic to this. And most people can tell Alloris from other humanoids by the veils they wear across their faces. As our heroes arrived back in Sweet Savona. Boy, my brain, I swear, is working today. They are once again greeted by a friend, companion, and even a lover, Oriana. She greeted our heroes as they came back into town and informed them that she has a lead on a potential maybe home for her adventuring party. And she did mention that even though it was given at such a wonderful, wonderful price of 1,500 gold for a Savonin villa, mind you, it came with but one small caveat. Supposedly the place is haunted. This is where we last left off. To my friends, the Burnished Band, what do you wish to do?
Can I phone a friend?
Unfortunately, no.
Didn't we get shown to the place? Yet?
You have not been shown there yet. You are still in the city itself.
Got it.
And we had just gotten back to the city, I think.
That is correct.
I think we had spent a night there, didn't we? Or no?
No, I remember.
No.
Now. We got back and we were going to get some food.
Right. We were going to get food.
I was kind of hoping that maybe Oriana would like to go camping. In not this city, like somewhere else that's not here, with a lot fewer people.
Oh, and she puts her arms around you and nuzzles your face. I have so missed you, my strong warrior.
Theodora's just gonna give Adita a thumbs up and a smile.
And Adita is gonna kind of reach into her tunic and pull out kind of a squashed pressed flower and hand it to Oriana. I thought about you while we were escorting the caravan, and I mean, I know it's
Oh,
nothing fancy, but anyway, here.
sometime the simplest gifts are the best one. And she lifts your face ever so slightly and plants a big kiss on your lips in front of everybody.
Uh, uh, hi. Hi. Hi.
So about that villa.
Hmm. Well, I believe we have to see if we can afford it in the first place.
I'd personally like to see what kind of condition it's in.
That's
Oh.
another thing.
It's going to need some work, but I thought it seemed like a very good opportunity. And with all of you being, mercenary adventurers, I'm sure you may come across some gold here and there and
Mhm.
maybe, be a little bit more permanent around the city. The good thing is the place is about an hour's walk away from the city itself. It's a little bit in the country and it has a nice ocean view. Also, and here's the best part, there's a forest that begins behind the villa. And I kind of, thought about certain people when finding a place like this.
Aw, you're so considerate. She's gonna hug her cousin tightly.
She hugs you back.
I don't see any. I don't see any point in at least not checking it out.
Absolutely, but you all just got back into town. If
Food.
I know just a spot for food.
Oh, where would you like to go?
Oh, there's just a bit of a hole in the wall that we found last couple times we were here. Thing was down this way, and I'll just start walking towards that same little joint that Mika goes to.
Ah, yes. You're talking out of character. You're talking about the Midnight Diner. However, keep that in mind, my friend. As you stroll down the three streets, the thoroughfare being quite busy, you see merchants, you see all sorts of people hawking wares, sorts of people just walking and living and enjoying life. And eventually you will make your way to the Midnight Diner. However, it is closed.
Are we just there too early?
I think that the name is rather literal, Nikos. Midnight Diner. It is noon.
I mean,
Ah, damn it.
Theodore knew this. Theodore knew this. Just like, now let's go.
I mean,
The
I've been
walk's
trying to
nice.
get you into hiking for years, Nico, but like, not in a city.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
Well, Oriana says, I have lived in the city many years. And what kind of food would you be most interested in?
Anything that doesn't involve these people.
You mean your friends?
No, like everybody else, and you, like them and you. It's fine.
I think she means somewhere where we get a little privacy.
You know what?
Why you guys keep coming back here?
It can be a bit stuffy. I do know that. However, I believe we might be able to get a private dining room at the Stelero de Rosa.
That was the place we stayed last time, and they had pretty good food.
Wait, is that where my bag of scorpions is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we left it there by accident.
Let's go.
All right.
Bag of scorpions?
I
No,
wouldn't
it's
worry about it.
turn of
I
phrase.
Celeste likes to collect things and, forgot it there.
Why am I
Yeah.
always the one being blamed?
Look, Ceressa Cobbler.
What? Cobblers! She pulls out his sword. I will kill them all.
Wrong person. Lamb. We're gonna go get lamb, Ceres.
And it's like almost someone rewound the video. I like lamb.
Let's go get lamb.
Yes, let's go get lamb.
So, Dave,
Wrong buzzword.
yeah, as we're walking, I'm gonna see if I spot one of those Abesian kids that Mika told me about, just to kind of pass him a message.
All right, do me a favor. Give me a remembering the system perception check. 13.
Yeah.
You know what? You spot a Asbasian kid.
All right. I'll just kind of, I'll go up, talk to him for a second, kind of see if he knows who Mika is. Not like directly ask him, but just, what's the word? There's a word for it.
There's a saying that we forgot and probably should have written down.
Oh man, I'm sorry that we're like this, folks.
I think
It's
I
great.
wrote it down. No, I didn't.
The kid stares up at you with eyes unblinking, waiting for you.
Well, Mars is trying to remember what the damn phrase was.
Nico, roll. Maybe make a check.
Roll an intelligence check.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, it could have been worse.
Okay.
I could have rolled it.
Yeah, do I remember what the phrase was? Because Mars doesn't.
That's okay. Nico remembers what the phrase is, and Nico utters the phrase. Unfortunately,
Okay.
your DM doesn't remember as well.
It's been a minute. It's fine. This happens. We're brushing off the rust. We're good.
Yeah, gotta scrape off that rust, baby. Let's go. All right. The
That's
little
what happens
kid
when
goes,
life happens.
"Oh, you want me to give message?"
Yes, please. Just tell him if he's hungry, the same table. And I'll hand the kid like a couple silver.
Oh, I will pass message. Pew! And the kid takes off into the distance and disappears amongst the buildings and the crowds. As for the rest of you, you venture forth to the Stiletto de Rosa with its nice Venetian marble outlay. You enter into the place and you are greeted by Claudio. Hello, oh, it's all of you again. Okay.
Oh, don't act so happy to see us.
Oh no, I'm so very happy to see you once again in the Stiletto de Rosa. And the scorpions are finally gone. You
Oh,
wouldn't...
I mean, we brought the Ceresin back, but he'll stay in the stable if you want.
You didn't release any scorpions last time, right?
No.
Not at all.
Go ahead, give me
We
a
didn't release the scorpions.
Well, okay, Theodora didn't release the scorpions.
Give me a deception check, Adita, because you did. You very much did release the scorpions.
Can I give her advantage? So can I give her advantage?
Listen, I want y'all to recognize that I rolled double digits. on
Yeah,
roll
you did
20.
roll double.
Let's-
You did roll
Let's
double
take
digits.
a moment to celebrate that.
He looks at you and you look at him. Your eyes squint. His eyes squint. And it seems like the world just kind of squishes and you just stare at each other.
We'd actually love a private dining area if that's okay with you.
As one of the clergy, that can be arranged. And he looks at Adita, puts his fingers to his eyes, and then points at her.
Theodora's just gonna leave him.
Adita's going to do the same thing.
Adita!
What?
She's just gonna nudge Adita like she child follow the rest of the group.
Oh, okay, fine. Why keep coming back to this godforsaken city? It's for people, customer service.
And Oriana.
We could go camping. I could go
Yeah.
camping with Oriana.
We can go camping with
There's
Oriana.
this really pretty waterfall I want to show her.
She's right here.
Oriana, there's this really pretty waterfall that I saw outside
Well-
the city.
While that's happening, Theodora's gonna stay back. Theodora's gonna stay back and give the guy the most apologetic looks. Like, I am so sorry for any inconvenience my companions may have had. Those were left behind most likely because we are adventurers and they're probably using them for something else. I'm so very, very sorry for this.
Give me a deception check. Because this is deception, it's not persuasion. I'm sorry.
I was like, I mean, I can't remember if Theodora actually knew what they were doing with those scorpions, to be fair. She is sorry though.
Well, let's see how powerful your sorriness is.
Plus, what is this guy? Is this guy human? Because I think I get something with that. like
It's
plus-
half your. I think it's like half your blood rank or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is, I think, 2. So plus this, I think it's like +2 to the roll.
All right, go ahead and give me a roll. Let's see how.
How do
good
I
you
not
are.
have points in this? Ugh. +2. Gosh, darn it. 8. I am sorry though. Like, that part's genuine.
All right. That
She was
is
gonna
really-
give him 5 gold anyway.
He looks at you and
She at least seems genuine.
he huffs and he
Okay.
leads you to the private dining room. He opens a door.
We're off to a
and,
great start, guys.
and before you,
We're
you s-
continuing to do exactly what we do.
you do see a table, but it is not your
Mhm.
typical, kind of dining table. Instead, this is low to the ground where
Right.
there are really low chairs and cushions. It's very decadent. This place is not just it's meant for lounging and enjoying
Mhm.
wine and tapas. All that it can be available to you. He goes,
Wonderful.
I shall send a servant to take care of you. Please do not set the building on fire. And he turns and walks away.
They're just in her mind. She's like, I am very thirsty.
All right. Oriana's like, what did you do last time you were here?
Scorpions were left in the room.
Why did you leave scorpions in the room?
I don't
we
know.
ordered
Ask-
Devil
Leave
Dash.
them with Ceres.
Yeah, Ceres is I'm pretty sure it was Ceres. I don't think they meant to. I never keep track of what they're doing.
I mean, we ordered Devil Dash and lost track of it.
Why do I have the feeling that you are blaming me for something I did not do?
The scorpion Ceres.
Those are my snacks.
You left your snacks in the room.
It's not my problem they're lethal snacks. Maybe a
Oh
little.
dear. Maybe a little.
Maybe a little. Yeah.
We just order food.
All right. Eventually, a servant does come young serving gentleman. He's like,
Mhm.
"Hello, hello. I'm here to take your order. Is there anything in particular you'd like? Any type of tapas? Any type of Savonin wine? I'd be more than happy to take care of all of you this fair day."
Savonin wine is awesome.
Ooh, Savona wine, excellent. Shall I bring a pitcher of Savonin wine?
That'll be much appreciated.
Very
Can I
good.
just have beer?
Oh, we do have a mighty fine ale, my lady. I will see to it that you are given the best. Would you prefer a stout, an ale, a pilsner, or a pale ale?
Beer. In a mug.
Ale. Ale.
Ale.
Make it 2.
Okay, 2 ales, a pitcher Savonian wine, absolutely. And would you like any tapas? Any
Tacos would be amazing.
Oh,
They just order a platter of what they had last time with all the pastelitos.
oh, you want the breakfast? Well, it is the afternoon. We could get you a fine spread of charcuterie and cheeses.
Sounds wonderful.
Excellent. I will see to it right away.
You might want to make it 2 of those. One for Ceres. He'll eat a whole thing by himself.
Mm-hmm. And
Yes.
lamb if you have it.
Oh, the lamb. Lamb is good. Lamb is good meat. I will see to that it is in fact done. And he ventures forth to fetch you your assortment of charcuterie and cheeses.
Yup. Theodore turns to Oriana. So anything interesting happened in the city lately while we were gone?
Other than finding you that place potentially, but other than that, services have been, the same. Wining and dining nobles, making sure our important duties are fulfilled. Praise Larissa. As for yourselves, how was your adventure? Hopefully nothing too crazy hopefully happened, right? You all seem to be in
Oh,
one
no.
piece.
We had an adventure and then an adventure within the adventure. Maybe some heretics were found. It was interesting.
A lot of heretics were found.
Oh, what kind of heretics?
Pointy. The pointy kind.
The pointy kind. The undead kind.
The future rededificated kind.
I took out a demon. That was interesting.
Yeah. You took out what kind of demon was it?
Oh,
what did we fight? What is that thing my guiding bolt absolutely nuked?
Oh,
I don't know. It was like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I know.
It's like,
Fortuna was
we-
sure. Fortuna knew what it was. It just didn't make it
Yeah.
all the way through.
Yeah.
We opened the door, saw something happening, and Theodore just went, "Fuck that, delete."
Well, there's the F bomb.
I didn't
There you
steal
go.
it, but it was used on my character.
And thank you for the rim shot there, Slavinus. Perfect timing.
Fortuna just leans over to Theodora. Pit fiend. It was a pit fiend.
Oh, Pit Fiend. Sorry, Pit Fiend.
Aren't those like some of the most powerful devils on the plains?
I don't think it made it all. It was in the process of making it through. I got a very lucky shot. It didn't do that anymore.
I think the best way I can explain exactly what happened there as I saw it. Imagine the doors opening and someone you really dislike is about to walk through, and then you just grab that door and slam it in their face. And you might have hit their nose on the way. That's kind of what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, only she broke its nose and sent it back to hell.
Well, it didn't get your names, right?
No.
Nope.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's
It
very
just
good.
it was more of the look, adventurers and we're the shoot first, ask question later type when it comes to fiends.
But where were you that you encountered a fiend?
Yeah, there was some dwarf that needed help making something, and there was this temple we had to go to. Yeah, there was a lot of undead stuff inside that we had to kind of kick out of the way.
We're
Mars is
Theodore
not
is,
the name of the city.
Theodore is going to comprehensively summarize everything in a way that none of us remember.
And you see Oriana's like, you went to Vantaka
Mm-hmm.
in Kinsari,
Mm-hmm.
fought a bunch of Nyrites,
Mm-hmm.
and spoke with the Lich Lords of Vantaka.
That about sums it up.
Yeah.
We got paid for it, so that's a win in my book.
Wow, you are all really fearless.
We are, I mean, when you are in the Legion for that long and you see a lot of multiple various things, it gets to a point where you're like, well, that's a thing that needs killing, so we're going to kill it.
When you're in a circus, that's Tuesday.
Okay. Wow. She's just like completely like floored with what you said. And at this point, the door opens up and your servant comes back with a large tray with two, like, what could only be described as a 2-pint mug. Or two 2-pint mugs for Adita and for Nico. And for the rest, a pitcher of Savonin wine with several glasses placed in front of everyone else. And then 2 more servants enter with one carrying 2 trays of meat and one carrying a tray that has a variety of cheeses on it, as well as crackers, pickles, grapes, all the sort of things you would see in a decadent tapas bar. This is what you have before you. The cheese is buttery, some of it is funky. You just see all sorts of things there. It's like, there you go. Is there anything else I can get for you?
No, that's a wonderful start. Thank you so much.
Fortuna is
I'm
enjoying
gonna
it.
reach over and take Nico's beer.
You can certainly try.
Oh dear.
Fortuna's gonna go for like the foulest smelling cheese there. That's just what she's gonna dig into.
Theodore's just gonna pour wine for everyone else who doesn't have beer.
I'm gonna grab a piece of meat and just kind of toss it towards Celeste.
I want you to acknowledge my role, Dave. I have 2 beers.
Oh.
Nico, your beer, your 2-pint tankard is gone. And you see Adita, just with her beer, just sitting there.
Making me come to this city.
I'm gonna hunt down my other beer.
Theodore's just gonna order another.
One more ale? Absolutely. Where did the other one go?
No, someone was very thirsty.
Oh, but where did the tankard go?
Someone was very thirsty.
And still is.
You should have ordered a beer.
Yes, sir. I will see to it. Whoosh! And he goes forth to fetch another ale for the good sir, who seems to have lost his.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that was a pretty sweet deck save roll.
That is my one good roll for the entire session.
Yep.
I've burned it on Nico's beer, which
Yep.
that tracks. It's fine. Everything's
Yep.
fine here. Great. It's great. I won't
So-
need to roll well later.
No, we won't need to roll well either. Not at all. So Adita, my wonderful cousin, was telling us a little bit about the house that we were gonna go look at.
The one
It's
where
an-
the people aren't, right?
Right, the one that's an hour away from town.
Yeah,
and
I
has
like
a
that.
forest in the background and the forest in the backyard.
Yep.
And a wonderful view of the ocean if you wanted to if you were so inclined to have a romantic picnic.
Oriana, would you like that?
She smiles and nods.
Yeah, then yeah. Yeah. Hey, did you know I have a villa?
What did you say? I'm sorry.
Hey, Oriana, did you know I have a villa?
Oh, you have a you have a villa.
I
So
kick Theodora under the table.
Hey,
Yeah.
yeah. So what
Yeah,
about
we have a
so,
villa.
so what about this villa?
well, I know it used to be it wasn't just a villa, but it was also a winery. It it predominantly there were people who lived there who tended to the grapes and the vines. Unfortunately, oh, and one second, because your GM actually is kind of smart. This
Oh no, there's a map, isn't there?
well, no.
Not
Don't
yet.
give your GM that much credit, okay? Calm down there. I remember that there was a particular wine that used to come from this villa. It was called Breeze Deep. It was a type of Savonian wine that was grown near the ocean. And that was kind of its charm. It tasted like most of the other Savonian wines, but it had a little bit of a salty taste to it. It could be from the results of the air in the air around in the surroundings.
Now I'm sitting here wondering what haunted wine tastes like. I mean, there's spirits in it.
The what now?
Oh, even Oriana groans at that one. Oh, okay. Congratulations, Fortuna. You get an inspiration. But from what I understand, the story goes, a nobleman would pay the people to live at the villa and tend to the fields. And then one night, it seems like the villa was attacked by a bunch of brigands. And unfortunately, they not only took all the riches that were being stored there and the many bottles of wine, but they also took the lives of the caretakers of the place.
Hmm.
But
And how long ago was this?
this was maybe about 15 years ago. Several Beltinians have tried to go there and exorcise the whatever spirits that linger there, but so far have been unsuccessful.
Well, considering the last thing we had to handle, I'm sure a bit of some spooks won't be that bad.
Well, if we are going to go there, I recommend maybe speaking to one of the Beltinian priests. They may be able to give us some additional information.
Information is always welcomed.
And I have brought another ale. Here is one more ale for you, sir. And you know what? I even brought a spare.
I
Oh,
am
thank you
taking both,
so much.
and I am hanging on to both.
It is much appreciated. Thank you so much for your forethought.
Not a problem. I will go ahead and leave the check here. And when you are ready, please enjoy your time at the Stiletto de Rosa in your private room. Scuttle, 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 door close. Well, he seems to be a bit, what's the word? Says Oriana. Anyhow,
Exuberant.
exuberant, flamboyant. That's
Mhm.
a pretty accurate term. But so yes, the place, I believe it's about 25 acres, and it's running for around 1,500 gold pieces. And that will actually, if anything, that's for the land mostly. You may, if you do buy the place and somehow exorcise the spirits, you may have to find some people to fix the place up.
Well, we'll see what we'll go and take a look and see what we have, and then we'll decide from there. Even if it does need to be fixed up, I'm sure it'll still be moderately better than a tent.
Speak for yourself.
I mean, we won't have to put the tent up, is what I'm saying. It'll just always be there.
If Nico puts the tent up, I don't have to do it. What? I mean, there were rules in the Legion. We had jobs for this.
You're not wrong.
See?
Yep.
Kind of miss the Legion sometimes.
Yeah, but in the Legion, we didn't get to as many adventures. You also wouldn't have been able to hang out with us much.
Actually, thinking about it, if we do need some extra hands to help run the place, I might be able to call in a favor for it.
What do you mean?
Mika.
Mikey?
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Nico with a
Sure.
beard?
Yeah, Nico with a beard, basically. Yeah, because, I mean, it'd be a nice little quiet place. Probably give some of his kids some honest work to do. Keep them out of trouble.
I don't see that as a bad thing.
Probably work something out. Say pay him like a fair wage. Just keep things clean, keep things honest. Well, honest as we can.
I see no issue with it.
Oh. And you see Oriana's like, so you're really considering it?
Sometimes it's nice to have a home base to come back to. As much as this is my home, and I know I always have a temple to come back to, it is nice to have a home with outside the city.
I agree. And sometimes it's always a good idea to get outside the city, enjoy the finer things in life, like the ocean and waterfalls.
And the forest, and the open road, and being able to do whatever you want.
She looks at Adita. So, would you like to go frolic in the forest? And she gives Adita a very sly smile.
I don't think I've ever frolicked.
You should try it. I hear it's quite lovely, especially this time of year.
It can be very invigorating.
So it's like a brisk jog. I can do that.
Oh, yes, the briskest of jogs.
Got it. Yeah, I can do that. Let's go frolic in the forest. I'm ready. Come on. Let's pay this tab and get out of here.
What?
I'm fine. Everything is fine here.
Damn, Adita in a hurry.
How are you?
Oh.
That was the best frolicking.
Yes.
Well, thank you, folks. I'm glad that my frolicking has entertained at least some of you. Also, do I? You know what? Please don't make me roll any dice. At this point, it's just cursed. Everything is
right.
cursed. It's all great. It's fine. I didn't. Hey, you know what's awesome? You guys. You guys are awesome.
Yep.
And whatever you're
Yep.
doing.
Yep.
So, for the private
After-
room, the wine, the beer, the cheese, and the meats, it's all going to come out to 25 gold pieces.
That's not bad.
Nico's paying.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, okay. Getting ready to pay. All right.
All right. So,
So we're gonna-
I assume you will all spend like maybe a few hours here.
Yeah. Relaxing, catching up, eating some good food. And then we're going to go find a priest.
A Beltanian
Belton
priest.
Beltinian. I'm like, it's a bell priest. I'm pretty sure that's not accurate.
No, that's not how that works.
Beltinian priest.
So, just to kind of give you a little reminder, there are predominantly two gods of death in the world of Arcanus. You have Neroth, who is the god of what you can consider corporeal undead. You know, necromancers pay homage to him. He's the one that gives the gift of life after life.
Hmm.
Then on the opposite end of the spectrum is his wife, Beltine. She is the farrier of souls. She gathers them into her cauldron, where she then puts them either at rest into the final paradise, or they get sent back into the world of Arcanus to live life once again as a fresh soul.
Hmm.
She also mainly deals with exorcisms and laying all things to rest, because everything that was once alive should die and potentially be reborn again. So, you go to the temple quarter of Savona. The funny thing here is you will not find a temple to Larissa, because the governess palace, which is at the center of this place, that is also the temple of Larissa. But all the other major faiths of the pantheon can be found here, except the few. Usually what's considered the Dark Triumvirate, which is Sharish, Neroth, and Nair, usually cannot be found here because, well, let's just say their followers left a really bad taste in people's mouths.
Understandable. Considering our last interaction with someone of that faith.
Yeah.
Stairs insurrection.
Stairs insurrection.
Wow. There's a
Oh,
reason that I love you, Kaz.
yeah, it's amazing.
So
All right,
eventually,
you disasters.
Oriana leads you to the Temple of Beltane, and you come across some doors, at which point she issues a knock, and the door will open up, and you see someone in fine white and green, dark green robes. Says, "Hello, children. How may one be of service to you today?"
Hello. We are some travelers and adventurers, and we were looking, and we were potentially it has come to our attention that we have a potential home that your fine brothers and sisters have tried to exorcise some otherworldly beings from, or lingering spirits.
We want to cure
Ah,
ghosts.
yes, I understand. Allow me to, if you would please come this way. I will go fetch Brother Eunice.
Thank you very much. It is much appreciated.
All right, you're led into a little waiting area where you can sit down. Fine incense are surrounding this place. There is a lot of iconography here that depicts of laying souls to rest. And it just has this very kind of mellow ambiance to it.
Hmm.
Even so, Oriana's like, this place is so sterile.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand, the importance of the Beltinians. They are very important, but I just wish they were a little bit more, livelier. I mean, yes, granted, they do deal in, putting things to rest, but still, you should, enjoy more life as a result, right?
I agree with you on that. But to each their own.
Meanwhile, Fortuna's sitting here thinking of the Ghana coffin dancers. Like that's just what's going on in her head.
If she does her next mind scream has to be that.
Please no, I'll have that song stuck in my head for a week.
Yes.
Yes, do it. Do it.
Do it.
All of your mind
Do
screens
it.
will now be meme.
Most of Fortuna's mind screams up to this point have been memes, and only
Yep.
Nico knows she can do them.
Yep.
Hey, what's Nico's fault for being caught in the last blast?
Yeah.
So after some time, brother Eunice Felix comes in. He is a human.
Mhm.
He has a very well kept beard. He is kind of balding up top, but he's a little bit short, a little bit older, probably towards the late 50s, with kind of darker hair graying on the sides. And he just says, "Hello, travelers. I hear that you were interested in going to Breeze Deep, the villa not too far from the city. Am I correct in
Yes.
my assumptions?
You are correct.
Well, please, let's have a seat and let us converse. Is there
Here we
anything I
go.
can get you? Perhaps some water?
Water would be lovely.
I will see to it.
And ghost cures.
Well, it depends entirely on the ghost. There are a variety of different types of ghosts. You have poltergeists, you do have phantoms, you have shadows. There are a many list of corporeal and incorporeal undead.
I look forward to speaking with you about what you believe remains in Breeze Deep.
Well, there were a variety of shadows the last time some of us ventured there, but even though we got rid of them, they seem to return the next day.
Hmm.
There seems to be something that's keeping all those spirits anchored to the place.
Has anyone tried to speak with them?
Numerous times, but when we tried to speak to them, there was just nothing but screams of agony and rage and all sorts of unpleasantries.
Question for the DM: Given given Nico's stuff with Kadic, is there any kind of check I can do about shadows and stuff?
Give me a religion check.
I was going to ask see if I could roll anything as well.
Okay, 14 is not bad. Um, as a member of the faith of Kadic, you do have sort of a kinship with shadows. Heck, you can sometimes even pull shadows out from another plane. It could be a variety of things that could keep the shadows coming back, tied to that particular place. There could be a much stronger being that keeps on calling them back, even though they could be laid to rest most of the time if you just destroy them or turn them or sanctify the area. The problem is something is keeping them anchored, and it has to be a pretty strong undead to do so.
Hmm.
So,
Question for DM as well.
Sure.
I know that Sarish mostly deals with like devils and fiends and things like that.
Absolutely.
But is there any kind of check I can make, at least because what's going on here still doesn't seem natural? Is there any kind of check I can make to kind of get a feel of what the root of this might be, or if there's any devil or demon involvement here?
Give me an Arcana check.
And can I use my inspiration for this one?
Absolutely.
So I'd roll with advantage, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so it's just the 10, but still.
Okay.
Could we just add those
Okay,
together?
listen. No, I have thoughts about this. See, back when before I was in the Legion, okay, which we don't talk about. No, Fortuna, whatever you're thinking is bad. But hey, you know what?
Turns
I know
off
a
we
thing
don't
or
talk
six
about Bruno in our
demons
head.
and devils and the things that Fortuna doesn't talk about. And damn it, I want an Arcana roll, which is still bad.
It's 14. That's not
Would you take an
terrible.
investigation?
Arcana is probably the more proper check for this.
Okay,
There
no, that's
have
fair. That's fair.
there has been some, more powerful demons and devils in the past that could cause undead to rise up and serve certain demons and devils. You don't know if in this particular instance they could be connected. There is always a possibility though.
Hmm.
So that's the thing we'll put a pin in until we see what's actually going on.
Right.
So, you want to go there. So here's the thing. There is probably a very powerful undead that somehow, you know, just keep on summoning the spirits back, as I've mentioned before. So, what I suspect as that maybe, just maybe, one of the people who previously lived there, maybe their soul is still restless and hasn't been able to pass on and is somehow anchoring the other undead to the place. If I may recommend, we have tried for many years to find what it could be that keeps that place. As previously, the previous owner of the villa, who unfortunately I cannot disclose, tried several times to hire other adventurers as well as the Beltinian uh, clergy to rid the area of the undead, but so far none have been successful. If by some coincidence, if you can find the final remains of maybe one of the family members, what I would recommend is bringing those remains to a place where it can see the rising sun. That theoretically should clear the place of any of the other undead.
Hmm.
So the question is, where do we find the remains?
That's a very, very good question. And I wish I had an answer to that.
So what? When everybody was killed in there, they were just kind of left there. Nobody was buried there. Was anybody missing?
Well, whatever remains that were probably found were probably buried. But anything else? He just shrugs. We've looked at a couple different places, but sometimes the undead would just harass us, and it's very hard to do your job when undead keeps on popping up.
It might be possible to look around and find something. It'll take a while, but
Just, I would recommend, be careful. You don't want to be killed by a shadow.
yeah, that would not be ideal. But laying someone to rest and giving them a proper burial would be best.
And you know what? You don't want to be killed by a zombie. You don't want to be killed by a ghoul. You don't want to be killed by a gas. You don't want to be killed by a ghost.
Yeah, we just don't want to be killed by anything undead. Got it.
Yeah.
I mean, I
kind
was
of on the-
thinking that I didn't want to be killed by anything, but if you don't mind being non-specific, Nico, I've got kisses for you. And Adita fingers her daggers.
Well, that is absolutely frightening.
We're a unique bunch, but we do greatly appreciate the information and guidance you have given us.
I wish you all the best of luck. Don't suck and try not to die, as some would say.
Greatly appreciated. I can't do that as the nope.
I hate several of you.
No, we love you. What are you talking about?
You know what you did.
Theodore will leave 5 gold on the way out.
Thank you for your generous donation. May the
Always
goddess,
happy to support.
may the goddess's blessing be with you.
Do you reduce that?
Well,
Ta-da!
you did spend quite a bit of time walking around the city as well as enjoying a nice meal. The sun is starting to go down.
Should we try our luck at the stiletto, or should we go to another inn that we haven't released scorpions?
Oh, let's go to another inn. And I don't know about all of you, but I personally don't want to go to a villa that's haunted at nighttime. That sounds like the kind of thing people do in the stupid stories to get killed on sight.
You're not
Hey, Nico,
wrong.
you want to go to a villa?
If you
I'm
all,
gonna roll an intelligence check on that one.
if we go tomorrow, I believe I will be able to have something prepared to help.
I don't know, Nico. You think it might be a great idea to go at night because the shadows are your friends.
Yeah, and what better way to kind of assert some dominance and kind of beat them at their home turf when they're strongest, you know?
Dear.
I mean,
Didn't you? Okay, wait, Nico. Didn't you want to see your brother? You sent the message.
You're right. And I'm starting to get kind of hungry again.
Yes. How about we get a room? We stay in the city. We stay on the edge of the city, where on the fringes of the city. You can go camping with Oriana if that's what you want.
Really?
If Oriana's up
Well,
for
yeah.
it, she did mention frolicking in the forest.
Guys, I gotta go frolic.
Wait.
And there she goes.
I think there's a puppy involved.
do
Do you need a tent, or should I just get you a couple blankets?
well. I think before we go frolicking in the woods, you may all want to actually get some rest. But
Mhm.
you did I think Theodora mentioned that you're meeting a sibling.
Oh, yeah, I got to meet up with Nico.
So Adita, we will eventually go frolic in the woods, but I still have some things on my to-do list. I promise we will go frolicking soon.
That's fine. I draw. I literally like pull a piece of charcoal out of my pocket, and sketch a really rough map of the outer edge of the city, and mark a spot where I plan to put up a tent.
Okay, do me
see
a
you there.
favor. Give me a. See, this is calligraphy. Do you have a calligraphy toolkit, or are you proficient in calligraphy? Not calligraphy,
Cartography, you mean?
Cartography.
Yes, I am a cartographer. I'm a scout.
You really have a cartography kit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, give me an intelligence roll with your proficiency bonus.
Dun dun dun. Okay, let me figure out how to do this. I know what I'm doing. I hope y'all don't mind if I actually just put my roll in.
We wait with bated breath to see what this roll shall be.
Okay, it's Adita. Don't get too excited.
That's not bad.
Hey!
Wow. Okay. So you in fact not only draw a map, you draw a very good and convincing map. Well done, Adita. Nico, Nico, Fortuna, and even Theodore, you're all like, I can follow that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love how it's even Theodora. Like she can't follow a map normally.
Actually,
I mean, we've met Theodora.
This is in canon now. Theodora has tracking problems.
Wow. I didn't know you were such a talented artist as well. Oriana says to Adita.
I didn't want you to get lost.
She's a very talented scout and cartographer. She draws the most beautiful maps when she puts her time into it.
Yeah. I make good maps and stuff.
Ooh. and stuff? Can you draw people?
I don't know. Can I draw people? Let's find out.
Stay tuned, everyone, for the next episode of the Burnished Band. Can Adita draw people? Who knows?
It's caricature edition. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
There's nothing that says she can't.
Nope.
So I'm gonna say yeah. Adita actually will do a little sketch of Oriana. You can
Okay.
make me roll for it.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I was afraid of. Can I still use my cartography kit?
It still has all the inks and charcoal and everything.
Right?
You know what? Go ahead.
Oh.
You tried really hard. Your hand started shaking as you started drawing her,
I
and
totally spill my ink powder all over it. And try to make it look like it was on accident.
okay. She'll look and say, "Oh, I was curious."
I'll do another one. Sorry, I was clumsy. I don't like being around so many people.
That's okay. Tell you what, we'll meet up. I'll probably be able to be free by tomorrow in the evening. If you're still in town, I'll find you and I'll follow your map.
You want to go frolic in the woods? I'm going to get up for a brisk morning frolic at about, well, sunrise.
I have duties to attend to, but I promise.
That's okay. I'll go for an evening frolic with you too.
How about this? If you do manage to take care of things tomorrow, or if you have free time, I would be happy to go frolicking in the woods with you.
Yeah. I mean, okay, that would be nice.
All right,
I gotta go.
With that, Oriana bids you all farewell. What do you all wish to do?
Rethink all of my life choices.
Probably figure out where we're spending the night and then get to the midnight diner.
Well, you have an option of the clearing that Adita knows about. You can also choose to stay at a local inn if you so desire. You tell me what you all want to do, and I will make something happen.
Ooh.
Fortuna's mind is like in, probably personally.
Theodora's as well.
Yeah, somewhere local for now.
All right. Are we talking about an inn? Are we talking about a tavern?
An inn is fine.
All right. An inn. All right. You will find your way to a place called the Love Me Not.
Okay.
Okay.
And you can see that the sign on the outside of the Love Me Not seems to be some sort of form of flower, maybe like a daisy, with petals falling down. You make your way into the place. It is not as high or as upper class as the Stiletto de Rosa, but this particular place, you know what? It has some fine accoutrements. It has tables. It has a dining area. There's a place where a bard can regale or play a tune. You also do find, there is a barkeep who is there / innkeeper. They see you, and there are a couple patrons in the place sitting and enjoying some meal, some drink. Some turn towards you as you enter the place, not recognizing you as, you are weary travelers in this new establishment. However, the innkeeper looks to you, a burly fellow, probably his late 40s, brown beard, brown hair, dark tan skin. He says, "Hello, Hello, my fellow Friends, welcome to the Love Me Nots. I have never seen you before, but please make yourself cozy. Is there anything I could do for you? Would you like some drink, some food, or will you be staying the night?
Staying the night is preferable if you have the rooms available.
Excellent. How many rooms are we looking for?
Mm. Looks to the group. 2, 3?
I'll go for 2.
2 is fine.
Ah, I see. One room for the lasses and one for the lads. That makes perfect sense. All right, that'll be. That'll be 15 silver total.
That's fine. Theodore would just pay it.
All right, the gentleman then reaches down. He pulls out 2 keys with numbers on them.
Woot.
We'll say 6 and 7.
Awesome. We have rooms.
Oh,
Thank you
just
very much.
to have access to your rooms, you're just going to go down that hall. You're going to make a right, and there's going to be rooms on either side. Just please find the corresponding room to your key.
It is much appreciated. Thank you very much.
Your business is much appreciated, and thank you for staying at the Love Me Not.
Awesome. So we now have a place to stay for the night. How about what time is it?
Let's say it's about 7. No, let's say 8 p.m.
Alrighty. Theodore's gonna look over to Nico. So how long do you want to wait until we
Well, if that place opens up at midnight, we got some time to kill.
do we have time to kill? What do we do to kill the time? Out of character, what do we do to kill the time?
Didn't
That
we
is-
drag a bunch of stuff back with us to sell?
That's true, didn't we?
Most likely you did. However, most of the stalls and shops are
been
closed right
closed.
now.
Closed. Yeah. We can not lose Ceres. That in itself will take time. We could take Ceres for a walk.
I mean, we could montage the whole
Yeah,
situation.
we could also montage the whole situation.
Okay, so do we want to just do a quick hand wave, or do you all want to do a montage?
I'm curious as to what
Montage it.
I'm very curious as
Come
to what
on,
a montage
montage.
would happen.
Okay, so for those of you who do not know, a montage in the way that my players are asking for, this primarily is found in what's called the 13th Age system. So, we need to find somebody to start us with a problem. You know what? I will start the problem. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's roll a d4 to see who gets to initiate everything. 1. Adita. Okay, so you're going to start us off. And here is the situation that has arisen. Ceres is gone.
Okay, I thought you were going to give us a problem that needed solving.
This is a problem that needs solving. You have a wild lizard barbarian out and about. What do you wish to do?
Okay. You know what? I am actually going to use I have to remember the name of my thing. I'm going to use nature's voice to talk to the rats of the city and find my lizard buddy.
All right. You open the door and you use your ability, and it almost sounds like a majestic voice comes from your throat. And as that happens, squeak, 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 5 rats have approached you.
Squeak, squeaky, squeak, squeakums. Ah, shit, that's you have my acorn.
What? Hey, you're the one who called us here. Yeah, you called us here. What do you need? Yeah, why have you summoned my brethren here? Oh.
Jeez.
Oh, did you forget about Skiz? You didn't give, if it wasn't for Ceres, I probably would not have gotten any of that cheese.
I mean, to be fair, we thought Ceres disappeared with you.
Yeah,
No.
you were so quiet. I thought he ate you finally.
Facts.
No, he doesn't want to eat me. Look how handsome I am.
Okay. So, right. About him not eating you. We need to find him. So, just, we're looking for the big purple lizard thing. Skiz, you describe him properly. You speak rat.
Yes, and it seems like you speak rat pretty well right now.
How's my accent?
Your accent's not too bad, but it's more from the south. We're kind of in the north.
I mean, I'm not exactly northern. Or have you looked?
That
Wait,
is true.
you're getting me off topic on purpose, Skiz.
That's not my fault. Oh. Yeah, seriously. What do you want? You summoned us, you got the voice. What do you need?
I need to find my lizard.
Okay, what
Have
kind
you
of
seen
lizard?
my lizard?
What kind of lizard are you looking for? Are you looking for an iguana? Are you looking for a knoll? I mean, come on here.
Okay, look, I'm looking for a big purple Ceresin. You know which one it is because you've seen it. And if you haven't, one of your other nestmates has. And it's in everybody's best interest to find me my lizard because part of the problem is that he's going to eat everything in the city if we don't rein him in. And what does that leave for all of you?
Why would you bring such a terrible thing to our city?
Would you rather I let it run wild?
No. 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 Nope.
So, are you going to help me find my lizard?
Fine. We're
Or do
gonna
I need to talk to the owls?
Hey, now. Don't need to go and get, the rat eaters. Calm yourself.
We're running out of time here and my lizard's getting further away.
Fine. Let's go start looking. And the rats go forth, scattering to the winds to locate Ceres the Ceresin. So, Adita, who else is going to help you with this task?
I mean, it was Nico's turn to watch the lizard.
I'm sorry. I had to spend my time watching the 2 beers because my first one ran away.
Well, whose fault was that they weren't paying attention to their beer and let it run away?
Because I was watching Ceres the first time.
We learned about multitasking in the Legion. You can do 2 things at a time, soldier.
I'm going to get the ring of status and just click.
Bing.
Oh, that's right. You got that.
Okay. Nico, you're taking over. All right. Are all of you going to go with Nico?
I'll go.
Yep. Yeah, let's go on a party.
All right. Nico, please describe what happens along the way.
Okay, so Ceres probably hasn't been gone too long. More than likely, he probably came across some food, probably some meats that were being hung out to dry, and decided to eat them without actually paying for them. And I know this because I have all his money. He always gives me his share of the gold so I can hang on to it.
Okay.
So there's probably a few crates of stuff that was food that is now broken. And probably a bit of a trail heading down somewhere. Maybe some rats now picking up on it.
All right. So tell you what. Nico, do me a favor and give me a survival check with Adita's rats. They will grant you advantage.
Ugh.
All right. With the 13, you are in hot pursuit of your Ceresin friend. Who are you going to pass the next stage of this adventure off to?
Hey, Fortuna, odds or evens?
Never tell me the odds.
So evens. Even.
Well, part of the reason why we started losing a little bit of the trail is because the trail had started as meat. But then there was an unfortunate sale on peach cobblers in the bakery.
Oh
Oh no.
Considering that nobody bothered to tell Ceres that there was multiple types of cobbler, we now have some very frightened bakers that are dealing with a purple lizard that is probably smashing most of their inventory to bits.
no! Oh dear.
And before you, the Ceresin. Cobblers! And he holds up what looks to be a little dish with a dessert, and he squeezes it in his claws and goes, cobblers, foul shoes, cobblers.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So
Not it.
So tell me, Fortuna, how are you going to resolve this, or how are you going to pass the buck?
I'm gonna attempt to resolve it. Notice the attempt. Let's see if I've got something to do here.
I'm gonna start looking at my sheet right now.
I'm gonna see if I have something to try to calm him down. It's been a minute since I've seen my sheet.
Oh, I think I have something.
Okay, if you think you have something to calm him down, by all means,
I don't know.
Theodora.
I don't know if it'll calm him down so much as turn his attention towards me.
All right.
I mean, this is a later problem that we need to address about the difference of cobblers.
Yeah, I can use my channel divinity
Okay.
of undeniable presence. It essentially forces everyone their attention. So that would mean Ceres now has to turn his attention away from the cobbler. Me.
I'm going to work in tandem with Theodora on this one and use my halt spell.
Okay. Let me do this.
They do have to make a wisdom saving throw.
And
Okay.
mine is wisdom saving throw as well.
So is the two saving? Oh, whoops! 2 and a
So-
5.
So Ceres stops, turns, and goes, "What?" out, and sees all of you.
Theodora has her hands on her hips and is just tapping her foot.
Am I in trouble?
Yes, Ceres, you're in a lot of trouble.
Ah, but what did I do? You wrecked
She-
our shop and our stalls. Hey, quiet. Shh, shh.
We caught you red-handed, Ceres. Now
Um,
you know you're not supposed to ruin shops and stalls. We've been over this before.
They said this was cobblers.
It's
Cob-
pie. It's a type of pie, Ceres. She's gonna go over and put her hands on his, put both of her hands over one of his, and very kindly says, "It's a dessert. You eat this."
And he's like, his sword's away. He's like, why did you say so? Come on. It was pie, you call it pie, not cobbler. Cobbler, pie, two different things.
That some people like, you know how on other parts of this area they call like lamb jerky or lamb like veal or like they have other names for it.
You know, sometimes they call the lamb pie
Yes.
cobbler. Yeah,
Yes.
sometimes they call the lamb cobbler.
Yep. You know, they have different names for different things.
Shepherd's cobbler.
You can't just attack things that are called a cobbler, Ceres.
But they make bad shoes. And they should
But
die.
this is a dessert. It's not making shoes.
And why not just call it pie? Don't call it gobbler.
Okay,
Why
we'll
use the same word? Why use the same word for two things?
We will have a conversation about that later. For now, you have to apologize.
This makes no sense.
You have to apologize, Ceres.
Ceres goes, he bows. Sorry.
Theodora will apologize as well and say, I am very sorry for our friend's misunderstanding.
Are you going to pay for the damages?
I just slap like 4 gold on the counter.
Can you add 20 to that?
No, because that's what I have. I look at Nico significantly. Where's the rest of Ceres's cash?
Yeah. I'm going to take out the bag that I keep Ceres's gold in specifically, hold it in front of Ceres as I take the gold out of it to put it on the counter. And then put it away.
All right. Okay. We won't be calling the watch.
We apologize and thank you for your understanding. As we then lead Ceres away.
All right. A couple hours.
I'm sorry, guys.
No problem. Ah, I caught it.
I'm sorry.
I'm very much prone to catching
We all are.
So, this takes about a few hours. It is actually well into the midnight time because coordinating with rats, locating a trail, calming your Ceresin down, a few hours does pass by. So, I assume we're going to make our way towards the Midnight Diner.
Yes.
You get to you make your way to the Midnight Diner. It's it's this very small little intimate shop that has just one bar kind of in a U shape that also leads into the kitchen and several seats surrounding it. There before you is the old man, Shiro, who is the one who runs this establishment. And in his usual spot, you see Mika, which is a Nico with a beard.
Yep.
Hey, he's like, got your message.
Hey, good to see you. And I'll just kind of pop over and just sit down in front of him.
It's good to see you too. How was your trip?
The trip was eventful. Pretty eventful.
Very eventful.
Yeah. Oh, brought you back a souvenir.
From what? What'd you get to me?
I'm going to pull out Lights, Shadow, and Daybreak. Hold them both up. It's like, you get one. I get the other.
This is good steel, brother.
Yep. Had to do a pretty hefty favor for it, too.
Who'd you have to kill?
Pit Fiend.
What's that? And you see the old man behind the bar goes,
I didn't kill it so much as keep it from, becoming real.
And just take a few minutes explaining the story to him. Say,
Theodora's going to order her soup.
Fortuna's also going to order a soup.
Yeah, not going like full detail, just quick summary what happened.
Vague understanding.
He will fetch you, those of you who ordered the soup, he will fetch you a bowl of soup, also to accompany it with a little side salad. And of course, he will ask you, would you like a beer? Or would you like rice wine?
I'll try the rice wine, actually.
Same.
All right. He fetches one beer and two little pitchers of rice wine with little cups to accompany them. And when you pour the rice wine into the little cups, it has this very like milky white look to it, almost like milk.
Cheers. Toast to Fortuna and takes a sip.
Fortuna also takes a sip.
Adita, you on the other hand, you get a nice frosty cold beer. And it's actually really difficult to get cold beer anywhere, except for the most finest of establishments.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. It's potato time. So I raise my beer to Shiro. Don't know how you do it, Magic Man, but I respect it.
He bows his head. Thank you.
This is also really good.
Hey, Master Shiro, you know anything about ghosts?
Ah. Ghosts are spirits who are anchored to this world. I know some things. And even Mika kind of turns and goes, he doesn't talk that much. I guess we should ask him more questions.
Seriously.
So, why does the topic of ghosts concern you?
Well,
Kind of funny you mention, because, well, Mika, part of it was going to be a bit of a proposition for you. So, you heard of Breeze Deeps?
Hey, isn't that like an old vineyard that kind of went, a bunch of people were killed there?
Yeah, and there's a bunch of shadows and stuff that are kind of living there right now.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a place that I would want to go to because I have a good head on my shoulders. Only an
Well, what-
idiot would go and deal with that sort of thing.
Well, considering we both came from the same idiot the first time around.
Brother, I love you. Even though we haven't spent many years together because you've been off on your thing, I've been off my thing. But as your older brother, at least last time I checked, I do have to show some concerns. Are you sure you want to do this?
Well, I could always just take that nice sword back to defend myself with.
No, don't get no hasty. So,
Look, we're working on trying to get the ghosts out. We just got to find out a couple things first. And it seems that Master Shiro here, he might know a couple things. But what I was going to ask you before you decided to jump the gun and assume that I was going to get you to do the work for me, how would you like to help run the vineyard afterwards? Or at least throw a couple people our way just to help keep things clean and organized while we're gone.
brother, I know a couple union folks who'd be glad to assist you.
So we can talk business afterwards.
Hey, if you somehow figure out how to get rid of those ghosts, we could talk business.
I'm going to turn to look at Shido.
Well, as you probably know, maybe in your travels, spirits that linger in the mortal realm, sometimes it could be a variety of reasons. Maybe it's regret. Maybe it's sorrow. Maybe even vengeance. You need to find out why the spirits are still there. Do you have any other additional information?
I mean, I guess. And if I remember right, the spirits, according to the stories that we heard, are the spirits of the serfs of the villa that were set upon by bandits and, well, murdered.
That
That's what I know. I guess.
We did hear of a rumor from the not Beltane. I know you said the name of those group before.
Beltine.
Beltane, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did talk to a couple Beltane priests, and one of them mentioned something about trying to find remains. And put him towards the sun or something.
I would suggest those spirits that are truly malevolent, you may have to deal with it using your strength of arms. But sometimes there are some spirits that may need a kind heart to see them through.
A kind of shoulder check, Theodora.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a you problem.
I had a feeling about it.
That is the only advice I can offer you, unfortunately. But here, hey, you know what? He'll get a little thing, and he'll pour some little cups, and he'll pour some little rice wine for each of you. Whatever journey you go on next, I wish you the best of luck. And I hope some benevolent spirits watch over you.
I guess same to you, Master Shiro.
We appreciate your well wishes.
Yee.
And with that, I think this will probably be an excellent stopping point for the evening.
Woot.
Thank you, everyone who came and stuck around with us tonight for this adventure of Roleplay Games presents Arcanus, the World of Shattered Empires, featuring the Burnished Band. Our wonderful heroes here who, like myself, are here to have fun and entertain. And usually at the end of these sessions, we like to take a few moments and I like to allow my fellow castmates here to kind of, tell us of what projects they are working on. So let's go ahead and start off to my immediate right. Adita, do you have any projects that are going on?
Hey, fabulous folks. So, I am not currently in the middle of anything particularly crazy, but if you'd like to see me get into some nonsense, there's a Kickstarter that you can support for the sequel to Bloodline Chronicles Witch's Night, which is Midnight Fear by Evelyn Silver. She's currently running a Kickstarter for a full cast production, and if she makes her goal, she will be able to bring back her full cast. With me as the narrator once again. So if you want to hear me read some spicy, sapphic, polyamorous stories of the supernatural, yes, that's a lot of S's. And yes, I will say that again. Spicy, sapphic, supernatural stories. Go ahead and check that link that I dropped in the chat. Feel free to support the Kickstarter at your level of comfort or share it with a friend. And let's get some more representation out there in story writing.
That is super freaking cool. So, all right. Thank you for putting up that link. My friend Nico / Mars, you got anything else going on that you would like to share as well, my friend?
Not a damn thing.
All right. Thank you very much.
Only thing that I start working on right now is trying to figure out the next campaign for my home game, which the current game is ending after 5 years.
Ooh, very
wow.
Wow.
We literally just had our 5-year anniversary about a week ago.
nice.
Hey, congrats
Congratulations. 5 years campaign. I mean, damn. That's major props, my friend. Major props. All right. Fortuna / Kez, what do you have going on?
Hey guys, aside from being Fortuna Kez, I have my Critical Kez Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter handle that you guys can check me out. I've done a lot of the art for the channel here that you may have seen floating around, including the Love Conquers All piece that you guys may have seen there. And I'm currently open for commissions. You can actually hit me up on any one of those: Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at Critical Kez, and ask about my prices, or you'll probably see them posted up somewhere.
By the way, I just want to point this out. If you see at the center or underneath the Burnished Band banner, all those portraits, those were all done by Critical Kez. So please give her some patronage, show her some love. Her art is fantastic and she's so much fun to work with. Theodora, aka Shadow Sure, what you got going on, girl?
I don't have much going on aside from streaming. I've been power running Tears of a Kingdom like anywhere from 5 to 6 hours a night, 5 to 6 hours a stream, like 3 times a week. But I think we're closing in on the big bad fight on Monday. But tonight we're going to be doing some prep for that. A lot of shrines and side quests.
Well, I will hang out for a bit and watch you curse and do terrible things.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I feel the biggest draw of my content is scream, panic, curse.
Yes. Also, barrage.
Barrage, yes. My favorite thing now is to jump on a bomb and just, air run bombs.
Suffice it to say, by the way, Shura's stream is not PG-13.
No, it's not.
Yeah, no, Shura's stream is you know what? It's mostly safe for
sometimes.
work as long as you're wearing a headset.
Yep, it's safe for work, yep. 100%.
Awesome. And make sure you check out her channel, guys. She is so much fun to watch. And there's nothing more entertaining in the world that if you send her food to eat, you get to watch her boobs eat it.
Well, that is an option. Sometimes her boobs eat bananas.
Yep. Or pizza, or cookies, or an apple.
Wow. Are we still doing phrasing?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, what do you eat that with?
Completely innocent. What are you talking about?
And of course, my name is GM Dave. I have been your host and GM for this evening's adventure for Roleplay Games. And to let you know, we are going to try to make this a much more regular thing. We want to try to return to Thursday nights, whether it's running our D&D 5e game, whether it's GM Talks, or maybe running any other different TTRPGs that are out there. We want to take this time and showcase the variety that are out there. And my fellow players here would like to, some of them want to even take turn running games and showcasing games because, it's fun. This is why we play these games, to have fun with each other. Am I right?
Yes.
So,
I thought it was for the suffering sauce.
And of course, the suffering sauce. So with all that being said, thank you very much, everyone. And before we go, I just want to leave this little tidbit. Every single day, do something for your mental health, do something for your physical health. The world is tough out there, but make sure you do your best to take care of yourself. And if you're taking care of yourself, you can also take care of others. And if we're all taking care of each other, we get to enjoy the great and epic adventure that we call life. We get to go on our own journeys and our own quests and just be and just have such a great time. And that's the kind of message I want to spread. And don't forget, it is June. It is Pride Month. Remember, love conquers all. Make sure you show love to your fellow man, woman, non-binary, transgender friends. Show them all love. Because you know what? They deserve it, and you deserve it too. And with all that being said, remember to always, and I mean always, crit those gains! And fitness-related contact will be returning soon. And you know what? We have a good friend. Her name is Kobold Sprig. I say, let us all get together. Let's go pay her a visit. And she is playing the awesome game called Destiny 2. So let's go ahead. Let's go show her some love. Take care, everyone, and have a wonderful evening.